What is going on, guys? I am Samuel, and today we're in Texas, back on the BMX bike, back at a new skate park I've never hit up. So this is in Longview, and we're gonna ride it. They got some pretty awesome box jumps here, some pretty massive quarter pipes, even bigger than what I've got back at home. So I cannot wait to go for a session on this bike. I just got done racing my mountain bike last weekend, so I am itching for a BMX session. We should be able to get some big air and some awesome tricks in. Let's get riding. For my warm-up trick, I want to be able to clear this box jump. We're gonna see if I can do that first, just because I haven't ridden anything here. My tires haven't even started rolling yet today, so let's knock that off. This one jumps so well, I'm gonna step it up and go to this jump right here. We're gonna clear it. I think it's gonna be a booter. So the box jumps are incredible. They're the perfect amount of lip where you don't have too much pop, but you also still get a good amount of height. And right here is something super fun. There's this little quarter pipe kind of extension. I'm gonna try to do a trick off the left side, and then I'll alley-oop it and do a trick going it that way. Oh, into the ramp. So since I'm riding brakeless, I over-rotated just a little bit on that, so I was kind of headed into that. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go a little bit slower and not quite rotate as much. There's this really big vert wall on a quarter pipe. I'm gonna see how high I can go on it. If it feels good, I might try to do a foot plant or a hand plant or something. It'll be fun. I've never ridden one of these. I'm excited. So I think I'm pretty well warmed up riding this place, and it is incredible, but I want this to be a little bit more fun bike riding video than just showing up to the skate park and doing whatever 5 tricks I usually do. I wrote down the entire list of all the tricks that I'm pretty confident in myself that I can do, and I'm gonna take all these tricks, put them in a hat, and we're gonna draw 2 out and see if I can do them in a line somewhere in this new skate park. New skate park, new trick lines. Let's see what we can pull out and see if I can leave here a little bit better bike rider than when I showed up. Here's a whole list of all my tricks, and here I've got my hat. So I'm just gonna pour them in here. So this is a list of my tricks. I'm gonna draw 2 of these out, and I have to do them in a line. So I'm gonna have to be really precise and really confident in my riding today if I wanna actually get through these. Get one less hydration before we ride. Yeah. So these are all the tricks I've got in here. It's actually a pretty big list. So we're gonna go ahead and draw our first 2 tricks that I have to do in a line. All right, well, I already drew 2 at once. That's pretty good. It is a fakie. So my first trick is gonna be a fakie. Oh, and my second trick is gonna be a ghost ride. So not only did I write down all the tricks I can actually do pretty well, I also wrote down like 2 or 3 kind of silly ones, and believe it or not, we got one on the first try. If you don't know what a ghost ride is, it's where you're rolling and you jump off your bike and then you go back and catch it again while it rolls by itself. So I'm gonna make this intense. I'm gonna do this whole line in this little tight space between these 2 quarters right here. Oh, I've never even tried this before, and somehow I can do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna go up the ramp. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm so used to turning the way I'm looking, so that when I was riding backwards, if I looked that way, I just naturally turn that way. Our first line is done and dusted. It is time for our second 2 tricks. We're gonna pull one out right here, and we're gonna pull the other one out. Here we go. Oh, I love this trick, a nose bonk. And my second trick is actually one that's quite my specialty, a tire grab. So for my nose bonk to tire grab line, I'm gonna do a nose bonk in on this box. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna transfer out of this quarter pipe. I'm gonna do a tire grab and then land kind of on this roll-in going in. So our nose bonk to tire grab line works super well. I really like this little transfer. It's time for our next 2. Here's 2 right here. First trick, this is a fun one, 270. I get to do a 270 anywhere I want. And then our second trick of the line is gonna be a no-hander. I'm a little inconsistent with my no-handers. I'm really gonna have to work hard to pull this one out. I think we can do it though. I just have to scout out a good 270 spot and then find a good spot to do the no-hander. I have found the perfect spot to do my 270 no-hander. I'm gonna 270 in on this half pipe, and I'll try to no-hander out of here onto the deck. Let's see if I can pull it. Oh, I did land my line first go actually, which is kind of been crazy because 270s and small things like this are really challenging for me. I've been working hard on them though, and I was able to pull it first try with a no-hander after it, but it was a super small no-hander. It's now time for our third drawing of our next 2 tricks. Let's swirl in the hat. I keep pulling 2 out at a time. It's not on purpose. And our first trick of the line is going to be an oppo air. If you don't know what an oppo air is, when you ride a quarter pipe, you turn one direction. I'm gonna have to do this to my opposite direction, which for me is to my right. And then our second trick of the line is going to be a foot jam. I have to foot jam something, which where your foot goes to your front wheel to stop it, and you hop out. This is gonna be intense. I have found the perfect spot in the skate park to do my oppo air to foot jam. I'm gonna do an oppo air on the big wall right there, and I'm gonna roll it, ride up this little box, and I'm gonna foot jam into the other side of it, and then air that quarter pipe is gonna be an awesome line. That was such a sketchy foot jam. We're gonna take it, but I am gonna try to get a little redemption on it. We're just gonna do it by itself. Yes! That was like 10 tries, but we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my next two. The trick is gonna be a table. Guys, that is my calling card. I can slap in a table anywhere. I'm good at those. Let's get this line done. I'm gonna tail tap this. I'm gonna go over, transferring out of this big quarter into this little roll in right here. I think that'll be fun. So the little mellow box is kind of so flat. That's a little tricky to do the tail tap on. So I'm gonna go to the little bigger, steeper quarter pipe, try to do it there.
There you go.
That one was nice. All right, it's time to draw our next two tricks out of the hat. Our first trick is going to be, one I fought with earlier, a foot jam pivot, a little complication of it, and we're gonna do a toboggan. That trick right there is also my calling card. I can slap those in anywhere. Let's do a foot jam pivot out of this little bank right here, and then we'll half cab around, hop into that, and then I'll do a toboggan on that quarter pipe right there. That one was awesome, first go too. We're going back for our next draw after those worked so well. Our next two tricks right here. First one is going to be a manual. I love that trick right there. And an X-up. This is one I'm not that great at, but I definitely need to get better at them. So we've been riding this big transition section over here, but for this line, I'm gonna come over to this little street bit right here. I'm gonna manual this little feature right here across the top of it, and then coming out of this bank, I'm gonna try to get my X-up. Not very poppy, there's not much change on, but I think I can slap it in. We'll just give it our best shot. I think we'll take that. That was pretty good. All right, it's time to do our next two tricks after the manual to X-up line, half cab, and our next trick is going to be a hop 360. This is gonna be a really tight spin line. So this is a little pyramid. I've never done a half cab on these, but I've seen people do one. So I'm gonna try to half cab across this. We'll do my half cab out there, and then we'll do our bunny hop 360.
Ah, you did it.
Yeah, we'll count that. So we're really starting to dwindle down in our tricks here. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my next two. Let's read them out. I have a Smith, that's a grind. I'm gonna get to use my front peg. Seat stand. All right, this is the other goofy trick I put in here. Well, this is one of the struggles of BMX riding. I was just putting my hat up, getting ready to go do my Smith grind, and my rear wheel absolutely exploded. I don't know why. Thankfully, I've got a wrench and a pump and an extra tube in the truck. So I'm gonna go swap this tire out, and then we're gonna be back in hardcore. We're gonna go get that Smith done on a box over there. Good to go. So I think I found the perfect spot for this. I'm gonna do a Smith grind on this little box right here. Do my seat stand up this bank. That was perfect, first go too. I've only got about 3 draws left, so let's grab our two tricks. A fast plant, those are super fun. A fly out bar spin, I'm gonna call it on this box right here. So for my line, I'm gonna come up on this box, do a fast plant into this side. I'm gonna do a little air on that big quarter pipe up here. I'm gonna do a bar coming back on the flat of this box right here. Let's get it. The fast plant to bar spin line was incredible. That was my first bar spin today, so it felt good. This is gonna be our next to last trick drawing. Should I make this intense or should I do 4 in a line? I have to do something with a rail. I'm not gonna grind it because I don't have 2 pegs. I have to do a bar spin, a nollie, and for the last trick, I have to do a caveman. And I see if I can link all 4 of these together. Rail, bar, nollie, caveman. Let's give it a go. Nollie. Yes! This ride has been amazing. Longview, Texas, Dodson Action Sports Complex. This skate park is honestly the #1 most favorite skate park I've ever just been to. This place right here is perfect size. So many obstacles, you can do whatever you want. I'm pretty worn out after riding, so I think it's about time for me to go get something to eat. Well, I just got home and got my bike put up, guys. That skate park today was the absolute best. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother, go hit up some new riding spots, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.